I work primarily in sculpture, and my interest lies in metal, which I use as a means of experimentation. Through the welding of rods, plates, and found objects, I'm able to create the shapes, forms, and figures in my mind. And I get to create miniatures of different media. Those are my experimentations. A good example is this. You know, I connected my old phone that stopped working to a metal plate while I used the rods to create a tool. And I came up with this that looks like an alien from outer space. Breaking down my work process. Firstly is the idea, the sketch, the bending of rods to create the skeletal frame, which is otherwise known as the armature. Once I have the armature in place, I'm able to walk around the floor and create a two-dimensional sculpture or a three-dimensional sculpture. My 2D sculptures are always or most times come in high relief states, like they extend and project from the wall. And this gives me the chance to walk around the head, which is a major area I find interesting. Next is the adding of found objects. In this piece, a new media was attached to the metal assemblage. I added the bone of the cow. The final step is always the addition of sawdust and paint to create texture and blend the welding spots to have finesse and a finished outlook. But recently, I've been experimenting more, leaving the works in state to rust the way they are. Of note is the attention and details on the head of any figure I create. For me, it is the most interesting part. The heads of each works created are peculiar, spectacular, and I see them as the high points of my art and experimentation. Earlier on, I was always working on female figures, trying to work with flow, forms, movement, and the interaction of the female forms with the environment. Presently, I'm working on a new project which is titled The New Humanism, How We Want to Live. We've had viral infections, there's COVID, there has been climate change, which has been a major issue bothering the world over time. And I feel all these factors will aid me in actualizing my project, while it will also shape my career in the use of art to inspire people to engage with urgent issues they would otherwise be inclined to ignore.